You are now tuning into The Vibe with your boys podcast. Starring Kyle the Kid and Mega the Boy. You dig?
It's your boy Kyle the Kid and Mega the Boy, and welcome to another episode of Vibe with your boys podcast. Yes, sir. How you living? How you feeling, Mega?
It's your boy Kyle the Kid and Mega the Boy, and welcome to another episode of
I just said that.
For real?
Yeah.
My bad.
Wake up. He always did this in front of the company. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You want to introduce yourself? You good?
Well, yeah, you know, I'm Abby. Hi.
I'm Abby. Hi. You feel me? You shy? You nervous? You good?
A little bit of both.
Don't worry about it. She good, right? She good.
I'm good. Let's get to it.
How your week been? How everything been? Everything good with you?
Yeah, this week was one of those weeks.
One of those weeks?
Yeah, it was just like.
It had nothing to do with Valentine's Day, right?
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
No, far from that.
Okay.
Ironic, right?
Yeah, I feel you.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay. 2022 been good to you so far? Or
Yeah,
been good to you?
definitely. Like, I have yet, to feel like, oh my God, how am I going to get out of this? So hopefully it stays that way.
A lot of positivity around you. Everything been
Yeah, for the most
good.
part.
That's
Everything's
nice.
fine.
That's good.
Everything's good. And it's going to go up from where it's at.
I like that. What about you? You been good?
Cool. I'm grinding. You know what I'm saying? Just staying low key.
Robin, low key. Jit, you get any more low key, you can become invisible, Jit. Nobody don't know you, Jit.
That's possible.
See, I'm trying to tell you, man. But that's good. Y'all been paying attention to what's going on recently, or you don't really you haven't been on social media like that?
This week, no. I mean, no. I don't even know what's going on right now.
Okay. Well, I know we gonna have a lot to talk about, so I'm gonna let you pick. You want to
order?
You want to start with stuff that like you got going on, because I know like you've been wanting to come on for a while, so we gonna have to talk. We gonna chop it up.
I just like talking.
I think we can start with Kanye West Kardashian. That whole thing that's been going on. I think that's a good place to start. Everybody been talking about that. You've been like paying attention to it at all, or you just been kind of seeing it?
I definitely been paying attention to what's going on. Like I understand both sides because I've been on both sides.
You've been on both sides.
Yeah, like I've been the crazy ex that didn't want to leave,
you
the
don't
other
say.
person alone, and I've been the one that they didn't want to leave alone. So I get both sides.
Okay, so before we get into it, you think Kanye doing too much?
Yeah, I think he needs to stop.
I see some people saying he ain't doing enough.
No, he's doing too much.
Doing too much?
If you think Kanye is not doing enough, you need to go to
What
the
exactly is
therapist.
he doing?
He's annoying. Like, that lady has moved on. She has somebody else
No
that
way.
she's pursuing. What?
There's no way.
What? How is there no way?
Okay.
Is it because the divorce isn't finalized?
No, like we just like separated. How you move on so quick? It's emotional.
Men do it all the time, though.
Nah, see, double standard.
It's not double
It
standards,
is.
but men literally do it all the time.
Do what all the time? Move
What?
on?
Move on in the blink of an eye.
Okay, so but if moving on, if that guy's moved on, but chances are he's still texting you. So is he really moved on?
They have kids together, so, I mean, either way, they have to communicate.
Okay, so you saying that she moved on because she with somebody new?
Yes.
He was with somebody new.
Exactly. So why is he still trying to pursue her?
He ain't really move on.
It's
That's
for
not.
the- it's for the aesthetics. It's not. He didn't really move on.
Oh, you got somebody? I'm about to go get somebody
Yeah,
too.
it's like
I don't know. He's out here buying Birkins and
And
stuff.
now, but if you've seen now, him and Julia Fox situation is done. Like you seen that? Like they're not
I
together
didn't
no
notice
more.
that. No.
Yeah, she came out and said like they're not together no more, and she was
Because
like,
was it because of that?
I guess so. And then she was like, I'm not tripping. I came up. She's like, I came up, and that I like that though. You know why? Because she ain't going there with false expectations. Like Kanye was gonna come and sweep her all away. They was together. He was still fighting for his marriage. I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. She got her Birkins for her and her friends. Got her little status went up. So I can respect stuff like that. I don't like when people go into things with false expectations and then you get your feelings hurt. So, and then Kim and Kanye, I feel like Me personally, I feel like he is doing too much. I'll say that.
He is.
Because, you know, some people be like, oh, if it was me, I'll be pulling up and doing this.
He should have bought the guest house, not the house across the street. He should have bought the guest house, dude.
You heard about that, right? He actually bought the house.
That was ridiculous. Like, that is.
I mean,
he reminds me of, he's doing a lot of Joe from You. You ever watch that?
Yeah, Joe from You.
He's doing, it's giving that.
I mean, he does have, like, 4 kids with the lady.
Okay,
I mean,
but you're going to move in the house across the street?
Kanye not going to be there anyway. That's just for when he there.
I'm pretty sure he's
all
there
the kids
got to
do is walk across the street.
It.
Huh?
I said I'm pretty sure he's been there every day since he bought it.
No, he's doing renovations. He haven't moved in.
Regardless, Kanye needs to, like, just calm down, relax.
So you want him just to, like, throw his marriage away?
No, it's not about throwing the marriage away, but he's done a lot. Like, he's literally, like, Kanye's insane, okay? Like, I understand mental health is serious. Like, my shirt says it all. The back has all the numbers.
Okay.
But there comes to a point where you have to be like, all right, maybe I am doing too much. Like, he has all this money, all this support, all these people willing to help him out, and you want to sit there and drive Kim Kardashian crazy? For what? Because you guys have 4 kids together? Those kids are going to grow up someday and see all of this stuff on social media and be like, damn, daddy was tripping. Like,
no, I agree with that.
Come on, man. You got to think about the kids. At some point, forget the marriage, forget what you guys had. It's about the children involved. And I feel like they're going to grow up and see how, because it's toxic. That is very toxic.
Yeah, for sure.
Nobody wants their kids looking at that and thinking that that's okay. That's really just my mindset on it. Maybe it's just the mommy in me. I don't know.
I think Kanye should keep fighting.
Keep fighting? If you really want to?
Keep fighting.
But my thing is, though, right? Let's say she do fold and they end up reconciling and things like that. I feel like they just going to be back in the same situation like 2-3 years from now.
Probably.
It's like, because I feel like if he was really going to change certain things, he wouldn't be like acting so crazy. And like, she'll tell him not to post and he'll post it like, my wife don't want me to post, but I got to post it. I love her so much. Shit like that. It's like, it's like, all right, bro. It's like.
Yeah, he's literally doing too much. Like, why?
But you said that you can relate to both sides. So like, what side can you relate to most?
I can definitely relate to Kanye's side. That's why I'm telling him to stop. No, I understand. I really do. I relate more to Kanye because that situation, as far as like what I was doing, like it was more recent, you know, like.
How recent we talking about?
Recent, like maybe like 2 years ago recent.
Okay, recent enough.
So,
2 months.
Oh no.
You still crazy.
Crazy don't go away that quick, baby. I'm sorry. Don't go away that quick.
No.
But okay.
That's why I say like it's gonna get worse. It's not gonna get better.
So if let's just say Kanye came across this some way, somehow, what advice would you give being somebody who can relate to what, you know, he doing? What advice or to anybody that's going through that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, go to therapy. I'm so serious. I'm not even joking. Like, therapy helped me out so much. Like, in ways that I never thought it would. So, like...
That's something that you decided to go ahead and do.
I had to. Like, I was looking at some crazy stuff. Like, I probably would not be able to be here sitting down talking to y'all. Like, I had to go to therapy. Like, I write a lot. Because sometimes I have my days, you know, where I'm just like, I don't want to get up and do this shit for another 24 hours. Like, I have my days where I still go through that. I have a journal. Like, I write every now and then whenever I feel like I don't want to call nobody with my problems. Because at the end of the day, it's not anything that I can't get through, you know? So if there is a little piece of advice that I can give people going through that, it would be definitely go to therapy. It's okay to get help. People nowadays feel like they're too good or too cool to get help. No. Nobody is too cool for that. Like, you don't want to be sitting in jail or sitting at a funeral or whatever the case is. You don't want people to be going to your funeral. Like, I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. Like, it does not get better if you don't want better for yourself. It's just going to keep getting worse. So, definitely would advise anybody going through that to go to therapy and get your mind together, because it will not get better if you don't.
Got you. Okay. And then what what advice would you give for people in Kim's situation? Like, have an ex that won't leave her alone while she's trying to move on with her life. Especially she got kids. Run.
Run.
Change your number.
Change your number.
Change
That's
your
what I
years.
did. Change my number.
But-
Ran. Huh?
They got 4 kids.
Can't change your number that much.
Yes, they have apps where parents where they don't want to communicate directly with each other, they can communicate through an app, and they're
Oh.
rich. They have lawyers that can do all of that for them.
You talking about Facebook?
No, you're funny. I forgot the name of the app because I don't use it. But
Okay.
they do have
Okay.
an app where if you don't want to,
Co-parenting out.
yes, it's something like that. Yeah,
Kind of lit.
it is right.
Drop
Come
the
on,
kids
man.
off at Walmart. Meet me there.
Okay.
Type thing. Little drug exchange type thing.
Uh huh.
Okay. So that's your advice. Run. Try to get away from the situation. Limited contact as much as possible.
Definitely limited contact, like.
Mhm.
Because I feel like if the more you entertain it, the more he feels like he has a chance or they have a chance, whatever.
Is it hard for you to cut people off? Like you, the person that you are now, is it hard for you to cut people off now?
Currently, no.
No?
Back then, probably. But right now, no. Like, I've been through too much, dealt with too much, gave too many chances to people that didn't deserve it. Not just, like, from relationships, but, like, family and friends, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, now it's, like, I'm really on some, like, one strike and you're out. Like, I don't have...
One?
Yeah, literally.
Okay, is it like one tiny strike or one big strike?
No, it's like one big strike.
Okay,
like,
okay. Because you can't be
dismissing
getting people
my
out here for every little
feelings.
thing.
No.
Okay,
like,
okay.
I'm realistic about stuff.
Yeah,
but,
everybody got flaws.
Everybody does,
Okay.
but
Facts. Okay.
I'm not the one to ignore the big ones these days. So, yeah.
What's your take on cheating?
Huh?
What's your take on cheating? what's your take on it?
Why do it?
Hold on. No. Is cheating a big strike? Yeah, before you start lying on the mic, is cheating a big strike?
Absolutely.
How big? Like the biggest strike?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it really is. I don't.
Finding straw?
Oh yes, absolutely. Like
It's no going back from that.
no, the relationship will never be the same.
Does it matter how he cheated?
No.
It doesn't matter at all.
Whatever
I must say,
whatever you
I was
won't do.
thinking, I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this week. I don't know why. It's a difference between having an affair and cheating. A lot of niggas get caught up because they have affairs.
Multiple like this.
If you cheat,
Affairs is like one particular person that you
Yeah,
do
you pretty much
everything
dating the
with.
person.
like that's damn near
Like
your second
your
girlfriend.
mistress. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guarantee if a lot of these niggas just cheated one time with one girl and went about their business, they wouldn't get caught.
I agree. I
And
definitely
it's the
agree.
disrespect. I think females are more upset with the disrespect than the actual cheating.
Because it's like, why? You got a rise bitch. Why would you do that? If you feel like your bitch is that bitch, why would you go and do that?
I mean, to be honest,
Go ahead.
devil's advocate type shit. If I just cheat one time and walk away, that's not really degrading like my female.
Yeah, it's not an affair.
How is it not degrading your female when whatever you did with that particular person that you cheated on her with, you probably could have went home and did it with your bitch?
Let me break it down for you. I love watermelon. When I go to Publix, first fruit I go for is watermelon. But if I go to the fruit section and don't got watermelon, I might give me a little cantaloupe. You feel me? I might give me a little, little mixer platter. You know what I'm saying?
The platter.
Little
Got the grapes in it.
But guess what?
Pineapple.
Next time I come back, I'm going right back to the watermelon. You feel me? Like, it don't mean nothing. Like, it don't degrade watermelon. I still love watermelon.
No.
Seedless watermelon. Seeded watermelon. I love watermelon. You don't get it. You don't like that.
I totally get it, but
No,
I
you don't
don't
like it.
agree with it. No.
You probably don't like watermelon. That's why you.
No, I like watermelon.
You probably don't like
She don't like watermelon.
You don't like watermelon.
Yeah, you gotta say something she like or something like.
I
yeah.
like watermelon.
Cute,
Me and
cute,
my son
cute.
be fucking them up every day. For real. But no.
Okay.
No, cheating is cheating. It's not okay. No matter how you put it.
No, it's not okay.
One
not-
time,
and it
10
shouldn't-
times,
and it shouldn't
one
be
bitch,
tolerated.
10 bitches.
It shouldn't be
Okay.
tolerated. I'm not. That's not the message I'm trying to get across.
No, and let me tell you, I feel like that is the reason why my dumb ass went through all the stuff that I went through. Because I kept accepting it and kept... Go ahead.
But you was accepting affairs though.
You said I'm accepting them?
You
No,
was accept- yeah.
At one point you probably was like he was having affairs though. He was having affairs.
No,
That was a
that
one-time
little
thing.
bitch was sneaky. He had...
But
bitches-
it was
apps. It was coworkers.
It was recurring females though.
It was different bitches all the time. Whenever I think shit was sweet, it wasn't. Like it was.
That's disrespect. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't be disrespectful with it. Yeah.
One time, I don't think it's gonna be a deal. You gonna be hurt. You gonna be hurt.
I forgave him the first time because I didn't think it was gonna happen again.
Exactly.
But, yo,
exactly.
No, and that's the reason why now I will not forgive nobody for cheating. Not one time. I don't care how small it is. I don't care if it was a kiss on the cheek. If you buy that bitch food,
that's not cheating.
No, if you buy that bitch food, why are you buying another bitch food? Tell her to call her dad. Like,
she might be Italian. They might kiss on the cheeks and stuff. Like that's not cheating. You feel me?
Or Zoes.
Yeah, or Zoes. You feel me?
Yeah, they be kissing on the cheek all the time.
Get me out of here. This shit is ghetto.
But all right. We ain't gonna stay on that cheating topic too long because that was just a funny topic. Would you leave if you found out that your man cheated one time, but it was like years ago, and y'all already married and have kids?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, I can respect it. You see, I respect it.
No.
I respect it.
I was in that position too, and it was just like, what the fuck is the point? It was like 3 years ago.
Okay.
What am I gonna get upset about?
I respect it. You see that? She realistic. She realistic.
If you leave every man that cheat on you, you're gonna date all of America and a little bit of Europe.
That's
You know
tough.
what I'm saying? You
That's
gotta
tough.
find somebody that you're willing to go through stuff with and keep it pushing. Not talking about cheating, just cheating. I'm saying.
No, I would never go through the cheating as a part of.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. Just one time.
But not all the time.
You gotta get your cheat out. Just one time.
One time.
Yo.
This one time.
This guy.
Okay.
Let's divert to another topic. Trey Songz. Have you been paying attention to?
I'm not going to laugh.
That is a
No,
segue.
no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not, because a lot of people feel like, why do females wait now to come out after all these years? Yo, they was drunk, probably embarrassed, and probably thought nobody was gonna believe them.
You've been paying attention to what's going on with Trey Songz?
Yes.
Okay.
I used to love Trey Songz. Matter of fact, I fake passed out at Grad Bash so they could carry me on the stage. It didn't work though.
Oh, so he was at your grad bash.
Yeah, that was
Damn.
who performed at Grad.
Trey Songz had the
I
streets on
seen
lock.
all the girls passing out and they were carrying them on stage. I was like, ooh, me next. It didn't work.
That's crazy.
This Trey Songz topic is touchy for me because years ago when Keke Palmer came out,
Oh yeah, they was.
I don't know how much people were paying attention. This is something I like realized and noticed. You feel me? Like she went on a boat, I think, and it was on some shit to where I believe Trey Songz was like, all the girls on the boat take their like bra off, and you know certain people like they have the functions like hey, everybody get lit, like this is like this ain't no like prune type thing. Everybody take their bra off, and Keke Palmer like, I know you're talking to me. I'm Keke Palmer. Trey Songz like, nah, all the females on the boat take their bra off or get off. So that was the situation.
I never heard about that.
That was the situation that she was referring to that happened, to where she was like he like basically sized me and like he didn't treat like me, a black woman, correctly. Mm-hmm. That's what happened. That's like they talked about on the Breakfast Club. She did interviews about it and things like that. So I saw that. I'm like, okay. I mean, clearly, I guess you could say like he was being an asshole, but I mean, one of them things like I guess it's his boat. I guess he could make, as long as nobody's coming to you forcibly trying to rip your bra off. I guess if you don't want to do that, you could just leave. You feel me? But then as like the years go by, you just hear like little things about Trey Songz, like little sexual misconduct, things like that, and you see like the way he acts, like we say like Mrs. to your girl and shit like that, like the titles he gives himself, and I came to myself maybe about like 3 years ago because I pay attention to certain stuff. I'm like, I feel like Trey Songz, him being such a symbol with females and like women always throwing himself at him and like basically doing whatever he say, I feel like he doesn't respect women.
Yeah, I don't.
Like but I wasn't thinking like rapist or like predator. More like a nigga that just don't respect women. You get what I'm saying? Like that like that's why he would ask somebody like Keke Palmer or like a whole bunch of women like take your bra off or get off my boat, or you feel me, or we'll feel entitled to things. And then you hear like everything that's coming out now, it's like I don't know what he did or didn't do, but it's to the point to where it's like if something keeps being said about you, you had the chance to change your image way before. And Keke Palmer and these different women were saying that you sized them. You feel me? But you kept on being the same person over and over again to where it's like nobody can come out right now and say for sure Trey Songz didn't do none of that. Because it's been countless of other incidents to where he's shown to lack respect for women. You feel me? So I think that's where it come out from it. So whether he did or didn't do it, I don't know. But I know one thing, and I feel like he doesn't respect women. Like, that's
no,
how
I
just feel about
definitely
it.
agree. Especially because it's like been years of the same type of accusation. It's like, okay, where's the disconnect? Like, what's really going on? Like, and that happens a lot in like the Hollywood, you know, it happens a lot. Like, what's the actor's name? Terry Crews?
Yes.
No,
No, but I'm saying like it happens a lot. And they push it to the side. Like, they don't say anything. Like with him, with Terry Crews, for instance, like they brushed it to the side. Like, they called him a wimp and they were just like, oh, deal with it. Keke Palmer, they were just like, oh, I don't know. Because a lot of people were like, there's no way that Trey Songz did that. Because I think, wasn't she the first person that came out with it?
Yeah, I mean, to
Or
like, say,
one of the
to
first
say like
people?
they had a incident that like he basically, you know, like sized her, like and treated her like bad, like.
And they brushed it to the side. I know a lot of people were questioning her like, oh, Trey Songz, he's so handsome. He has all this money. Why would he have to do that? And then it's like, then we have another girl. And then we have another girl. And then it's just like, it's always the same story. Just different years. The time frames are just different. So, I don't know.
I think it becomes like a sense of like entitlement. Like, I'm Trey Songz. I do what I want. Like,
Yeah. Like, you
gotta
can't
allow
tell me
to
no.
do it. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
So,
I believe it. It's definitely sad.
At a point though, it's like, because you got Chris Brown on the other hand, he's going through something similar right now too, to where like they both, I think, not by the same person, but the same lawyers representing both of their cases, to where they're both getting sued for like $20 million for the same type of stuff. So it's like it comes to the point like, what do you give power to and what you don't? Because just how they could have done some things, they couldn't not have. So it's like, I don't know. I try to tell people though, like especially my friends in my life, like, watch how you moving, because okay, something happened. Somebody like accused you of something. Do your best to make sure nobody can accuse you of that again, because it's like comes to the point that even if you are innocent, why do you keep putting yourself in the same position?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't go to just like rape or whatever. It's also like being violent. Like, nobody wants to, you know, being violent, being a thief,
Or just
like,
being weird.
a weirdo. Yeah,
Yeah, like 'cause sometimes people get dragged through the internet to where like they haven't like, you know, raped anybody, but they just been constantly weird. Like they've gone out their way and, you know, touched a girl the wrong way, or kind of like, or, you know, this did things is like, okay, you're weird. Like, and now everybody's looking at you as somebody who is a monster, but it's like, you're not giving people too much wiggle room to say you're not.
yeah.
Feel me? So, same thing with Chris Brown. Like, he's been through so much, going to jail for different things and getting arrested. It's like, when people hear this type of stuff come out, it's like, you haven't given people too much room to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Well, he's been good for some years. Like, I haven't heard anything about Chris Brown since he started popping them jits out back to back, but
Yeah.
he's been good. I don't know. Some cases I'll be like, and I'm not going to talk about which particular ones, I'll be like, that bitch lying. Because I'll never want to question a woman when she comes out about something like that. I'm not that type of person. But when you come out and you want to sue for $30-50 million, it's like, what is the point? For what? What do you...
I mean,
like,
but that's what I'm saying, though. Like, sexual misconduct and rape, I feel like, even though wrong is wrong. I'm
yeah,
not
regardless of what happened.
It's not about no
yeah.
levels, like, tripping, but that's where, like, if you look at a lot of the lawsuits that people are doing, it's like sexual misconduct. Like, he touched me when I didn't want to be touched, or like, he gave me a kiss on the cheek, or he made a pass at me physically,
Yeah.
and I didn't. You feel me? That's where the sexual misconduct comes into play. So we're like,
I think men like that get a thrive off of hearing no. Like you said,
Yeah,
entitlement. Like, why are you telling me no? Like, you don't know who I am? Like, it's crazy. Regardless of how you put it, it is wrong. I'll never question a woman because I wasn't there. And I don't feel like women have the right to lie about stuff like that. Although it happens, I just try to, just be like, that's crazy. I hope the truth comes to light. Because
it's fucked up. Because when a title like that get placed on your name, like rape, whether or not it's true or not, it's a stain.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Yeah, it's always gonna be a stain. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like, I feel like if it come out that you're lying, you should have to do like some type of time or something. Like, like you can't just my bad, I lied, and just go about your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, but hey, man,
it's something that just popped in my head. We gonna switch off of that. It was a Twitter topic of like within the last 2 weeks about if you found out as a man that the child you thought was yours wasn't yours, would you just up and leave?
Oh, that's off of the video from paternity court?
Yeah.
Because, that's crazy.
And it came to the point to where, like, people were saying that it should be, like, a law to where it's mandatory that there's a paternity test or something like that.
I agree 1,000%.
You agree?
I totally agree. I do. Because women often get away with too much. Like, for instance, the rape. Now this, like the paternity thing, like we get away with too much. Like we're great actresses when we have to be.
As far as like, there's never any repercussions for when certain things happen that you guys do, compared to like men.
Yeah.
You get away like that.
Yeah. No, like we never face the consequences of our actions with stuff like that. Like, I do feel like a paternity test should be mandatory because it's messed up on a man who's actually an active father to that child, and then the child is not his. Now he's messed up in the head because he was carrying and being there and financially doing for this child who is not even nothing of his. Nothing.
Is it wrong for him to stop just?
Absolutely not. Matter of fact, one time on Clubhouse, back when Clubhouse was lit, I was on house arrest, didn't have nothing to do. I used to be on there from sun up to sundown. There was a topic about somebody who he came on there on the app, and he was like, "Man, I just found out that my child might not even be my child." And the child is like 2 or 3, I believe. I can't remember, but a couple of weeks later, he came back on there and he was like, "It's not even mine, bruh." And I was like, my heart literally broke because there was nothing this man was not willing to do for his child. And I was just like, that's so crazy how women can actually do that. And if you were a real enough bitch to be like, okay, look, I was out here doing what I was doing because like I don't move like that. Like I've never been in the situation of, I didn't know who my son's dad was because we were in a relationship, but I know a lot of people that, okay. If you were, I feel like you should be a real enough person to be like, listen, I'm not too sure if you are 100% the daddy. Just to save all the drama in the end, because, okay, forget the man. Forget how you're feeling as a woman. That child also is so used to calling somebody else daddy. Now you got to go back and tell that child, no, that's not your daddy. That's your daddy. Like, it causes too much confusion. I feel like from day one, it should just be, okay, let's just take the test, do whatever you got to do. If you feel like there's any type of doubt.
And then, like, just from, like, a life aspect, it's so much, like, why would you want your child growing up thinking that his father is someone else? Like, when it comes to, like, health and, like, genealogy of, like, let's say something happens to your kid. Yeah. You want to go through the parents' background.
Chicago Med, they had an episode like that. Like, and that blew my mind.
Like, are they blood compatible? Like, different things is, like, it's a whole trickle-down effect of, like, why that's such a wrong decision of not knowing who your child's father is or making somebody else think who your child's father is. So
just to save your ass.
Yeah.
Just to save the shame for you.
That's crazy. And that just goes back to women don't face enough consequences of their action. But if you do sign the birth certificate to a child, like, regardless if that child is yours or not, you sign the birth certificate, you do have to pay child support. So I feel like paternity tests should definitely be done at birth.
You mean to tell me once you sign the birth certificate, even if I'm not the biological parent,
you still have to come up off that bread?
What does she end up missing?
What if
No,
what?
think about it.
What if what? What'd you say?
I said, what does she end up missing?
There was a philosopher that said something like, I forgot what he said. He said, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit, or something like that. What he said?
Oh, Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran.
Oh. That's when OJ.
OJ.
Oh, okay.
What we talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was.
What he allegedly did again?
Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know about all that.
I'm joking. It's jokes. It's jokes.
It's just jokes.
It's jokes.
It's jokes. We just talking.
Probably get some medium or something.
I'm sorry. Somebody got to pay the price. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be me. It's not gonna be me. I'm sorry. But
It's just
it's just
jokes.
jokes.
Hey, listen, I can't get mad at you.
That was funny. Let's switch though, because you mentioned something just now. You said you was on Clubhouse, you was on house arrest, and you was home a lot.
Yeah.
How was that experience, and how long were you on house arrest?
That was one hell of an experience.
Mm-hmm.
I was on house arrest for like 15 months.
15 months.
The first time, because it was 2 cases I caught in 1 year. So
you was busy.
I was miserable and depressed. That's why I said seek therapy. Like,
Okay.
I was losing my mind.
Mm.
Yeah, and I do feel like the pandemic also had a lot to do with that as well. But it was a lot. The first time I was on house arrest, like 24-hour lockdown for a month, couldn't leave my house for nothing.
Starting in 2020?
2020. I went to jail January 31st. Came out 3 days later, and the whole February, that's what it was. So I hired a lawyer, and he was able to get me an open schedule, but I still had to keep the monitor on my foot.
So it's not like, some people think house arrest is like home confinement. You wasn't like had to be home. You just couldn't go certain places.
I couldn't go to the address of the incident. I was outside though. Like,
That's it?
Yeah. If you check my Instagram, I was out. I was the girl that brunch with the monitor.
You became
That's how I really got more like.
You became viral.
I did.
Yeah, you was known as
from
like
the viral mugshot.
Yeah. You out there vibing with the ankle monitor on.
Hey,
vibing,
listen,
big vibes.
It was yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the second time when I caught my second charge at the end of the year,
with the ankle monitor on?
Yeah, I had my monitor on, and
You
I
wasn't
went and
playing
caught
with him.
another charge. Bro, it was a lot.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Allegedly wasn't playing with him. Mm-hmm.
They let me out. I was in jail for a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then they let me
month.
out. Yeah. That was probably like the worst. My mental.
When you go to jail the second time, do they take off the monitor?
Yeah, they take it off. Right when they're like booking you, they cut it off. And then when they let me out, I was able to go to like church, work, and school. And I was only on that for like 2 months. And then my lawyer was able to have them take it off.
So you getting in those situations, they say hindsight is 20/20. At those times, whatever happened that like caused you to get arrested and go on house arrest and actually do the 1 month, was you thinking about any consequences? Like nothing. Like it was just like fuck it.
Yeah. At the time, I was at a point where when I was getting upset, when I get upset, my mind was going blank. Like, I wasn't thinking. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what to say. Like, sometimes I'll be like, I'm even embarrassed that I even, put myself through that stuff.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
I don't regret nothing that they're saying I did because of the fact
Allegedly.
that, there you go, because of the fact that I feel like I wouldn't be this person. Mm-hmm. Like, I have certain friends that are going through some things that I was going through at the time, and I feel like I'm able to guide them and help them and be there for them. And then, like, even people on social media constantly reach out to me like, girl, I seen how you were able to get through this and that. And, you know, like, I love being able to give advice. Like, I'm actually writing a book. I haven't thought of the name, but I am writing a book about
happy
it.
You brought that up because I seen that.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's like a book more like about healing, about the stuff I went through. Because I know a lot of people can relate also, like, especially with like the breakup with my son's dad. So people always ask me about stuff, and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna just put this all in a book and just do that. And hopefully I'm able to help people like heal and feel better about themselves, because it's not the end of the world because a man cheated or because a man left.
I want to talk about the book, but before we get to that, after you got out the month, were you still on house arrest? Or no?
Yeah, they let me back out on the monitor, and I was only able to go to church, work, and school.
Oh, so it became like more constricted.
No, I mean, yes, kind of.
Okay.
Well, yeah, from how I was able to be outside to, okay, you just got out of jail. You're only allowed to go to church, work, and school. And like the first 2 weeks were so rough. Well, they would let me take my son to school too. The first 2 weeks of having to live like that were so rough. Like, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Like, seeing my friends out, you know, like, I also noticed people who really weren't there for me. Like, nobody came to see me. Like, you know, certain people that I thought would be there.
Yeah.
People that, like, I was destroyed. My heart was broken. Like, I had to, like, watch this man that I still wanted to make something work with. I had to watch him move on with his life, and I couldn't even, like, fight for us, you know, because I'm on house arrest, and I was scared. Jail is scary. I don't give a fuck how much of a tough-ass person I seem.
So even after you went through all that and you get out after the month, you were still having feelings of wanting to be with that person?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. You know, and it took a lot for me to admit that, and I was hiding it and lying to everybody. But I don't know. One day I just got up and I was like, you know, my son and I deserve better, and I'm going to do anything I can to make sure that we are fine, because it's just me and my son. So,
Gotcha.
you know, you could read between the lines, but it's just me. So that I literally just woke up one day and just said, fuck it. Like, I'm going to do what I have to do to make sure I'm okay. And that's when I enrolled in therapy through BetterHelp, which is an app. You can download it on your phone, and you can talk to your therapist. You come up with your own schedule. The prices are really affordable. That shit helped me so much. And I don't know, I just literally changed my number and never looked back. Like, it had to be done, because I was spiraling down, like, literally. Like, there was talking to my son through a Securus call was probably like the most heartbroken thing, like the most craziest
how
thing I
he?
ever had to do. He's 4.
Okay.
He was 3 at the time.
All right.
But he's 4 now. He's about to be 5.
Okay. And then moving forward through it, that's how you find out about the parenting apps and things like that. You could just...
Yeah. Yeah, when I was trying to, you know, get us to be able to co-parent. But, you know, you can't force somebody to be a parent. You can't. Like, regardless of how a relationship ended, the way I look at it, like, I'm not going to force nobody to do what they should be doing, you know? Because whatever, like, what goes around comes around, and the tables always turn. Karma is real. I just leave it all to them. Like, I'm good.
Gotcha. Okay. Then transitioning. So when did you come up with the idea of wanting to write a book? Or
when I was in jail.
get the best ideas.
For real. Those people in there are so talented. They draw, like, they write in there. I was just too, But I called one of my homegirls, and she was like, well, you know, now you can write your book. Because I always thought about writing the book.
Or even before you went to jail.
Yeah, I always thought about writing the book. But now, when I was in there, it was like I got more ideas. Like, yo, having to take a shower, peeking outside of the curtain, and then you see somebody else just staring at you. Like, all of that stuff is crazy. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to write a book. I'm going to write a book for sure. And I'm going to let these bitches know. Go get you some help. before you become dumb and end up in here, and then you be scared to go to sleep because it's scary in there. Okay. So that's my idea, all stormed from there.
How much of it is complete now? If you could give like a percentage.
I would say like 30 because I stopped for a little while. Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta just, let it sit right there.
Yeah. And then I changed the idea. I went from wanting to have like stories and summaries of what I went through and how I overcame that particular thing to I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna have like a journal and like a section for women to be, or anybody really, to be able to write like their feelings or how that made them feel or whatever like that. So I've been changing like the idea of the actual book around so much, but yeah, hopefully like by my birthday next year I'll be able to release it.
Gotcha. Anything else besides like the book that you wanted to do, or that's like between work and being a parent, that's the only things you got going on as far as like you're doing?
Oh no, I have a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, okay then.
I do want to be in a lash studio because I do eyelashes.
I see them.
Okay.
Windshield wipers.
First of all,
come on now, watch out.
Leave my butterfly wings alone. Thank you. Yeah, Slade the .away on Instagram. And then I also had a makeup line like 2 years ago.
That was like the vegans.
Yes, my vegan cosmetics. Yeah, that I was like hand making everything. So I want to start doing that again. I've been revamping that. I changed the name from Shimmering Chic to Glazed Cosmetics. Okay. So I'm working on that, like ordering my inventory and all of my supplies and stuff like that. I don't have a release date as of yet, but hopefully before the end of this year, that will also be out.
Are you vegan?
I'm a pescatarian, transitioning to vegan, but crab legs is too good to let go.
Crab legs, not chicken or nothing like that. You
can
let
no,
chicken
I
go.
did stop eating chicken and steak. I haven't ate that in almost a year.
It's just seafood right now.
Yeah.
Okay. You next? Yeah, wait, last time I stupid out. Okay. All right. Also, I want to touch on. You told me that you say you know Moochie, like you.
Yeah, I do.
You guys are cool and things like that. So
yeah.
You being somebody who's like dealt with like legal issues and like being in jail and things like that, are you like able to communicate? Any communication? Are you able to?
It's not more so because of me. It's because of his situation, like from his escape, like when he did that.
Okay. So
like visitations aren't allowed.
Okay. I was just gonna say like if you have been able to communicate, like what are the type of things that like even though his situation is way different from yours, but you being somebody who kind of went through legal like situations, like you give him to keep his head up and things like that. Like, have you been able to do that or?
Yeah, I spoke to him maybe like a week ago. He's good. He's honestly one of the most positive people I've ever like spoken to. Like for somebody in his shoes, like I tell him a lot. Like I would lose my mind. Like I would literally like I don't even know how you could get on the phone and be all smiley, like make jokes. You're worried about me when these people are trying to take your life away. Like he's such a loving, caring person. Like I really hope like everything turns out in his favor.
And just like so I can know and anybody who watched to know, as far as I understand, they went through the trial, but it was a mistrial or something like that.
Yeah, it was a mistrial because one of the jurors said that she doesn't agree with sending a man to jail for a crime that she knows she feels like he didn't commit or something along those lines. So she was the one that really like technically saved him, which I don't think they're really they are trying to push the death penalty, but it's more so like I think the judge wanted to give him manslaughter for that.
Yeah.
But
okay, so I'm confused because at that point it's a mistrial. So but he's not free. They have to do it again.
Right now, the status of it right now is they're picking new jurors to do a new trial. So they have to do everything all over again, pretty much.
That's weird because I'm thinking that like when that type of stuff happens, like it's a hung jury, basically. That's what they would call it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't just like let them go. Until you gotta come out with an actual verdict.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think that should be starting by like next month. So, yeah, the system is just bullshit.
You feel like you like going through where you feel like it's made to keep you in the system, like it doesn't like help you actually rehabilitate?
Yeah, definitely.
How has it been for you, like working or trying to like get jobs? Like has that affected you any type of way, or like you've been like fine, or to like?
I've been good. I've been good. It doesn't stop me from getting jobs. Like I'm not convicted of anything, so I'm able. Like I have a good job now. I work with an ophthalmologist. So far so good. My lawyer is definitely working on getting it dismissed 100%. So that's like the next thing.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good. You spoke about mental health. What is some of the things that you do? I know you say about the therapy, but I like it has to be some type of thing that you do or like to do that like helps you unwind or get in a better mood.
I'm talking about the little wood thing with the tree bark. What they call it?
You talking about saging?
There you go, that thing. You saging?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with you saging.
No. Sometimes I do. I more so sage my house, which reminds me I do have to get another one. But
Another house?
no.
What do you got? I remind me I gotta get another house.
Throw away the whole house. You can't live here no more. But okay.
I like to listen to music like
who?
full blast.
Like
like,
who?
huh?
Like who? Like who you listening to full blast? You in that mood? You just
Jasmine Sullivan.
No, Summer Walker, maybe Mary J.
shit.
Blige. Like,
She
what?
said, no, like she was about to say something better. Like she was about to say something different.
Summer Walker's good. Don't do that.
No, she's a good artist, but
No, I don't. I like to listen to rap music a lot. Moneybagg Yo, Dirk, Lil Baby. Those are my favorite ones. Doesn't get better than them. But they also have coloring books for people that suffer with anxiety, because I have really bad anxiety. I'm pretty sure I don't know if you noticed, I've been squeezing your couch for like the last.
I didn't, but like maybe like the last 30 seconds, I heard a noise and I wanted to figure out where it was coming from.
I don't know.
So I kind of like tuned in, but okay. All right.
Yeah. So.
Damn, we've been chopping for like 40 minutes. You still got anxiety? I thought we were vibing.
No, it just happens
Okay.
a lot. Okay. Yeah.
What is anxiety like? How would you explain it?
I don't know how to explain that. You can't. Yeah. But they do have books for people that like suffer from anxiety. I write. I was going to the gym for a long time, but then I got into a car accident in October. So it's been really hard for me to get back into that routine.
Pause.
Stop, because I feel like I already know what you're about to ask.
No. I would feel like I'm not doing my duty if we don't get on here and talk about what's up with you and driving.
Oh, you a crash test or something? Like,
Yo, if you follow me on Twitter, once a week they try to like rank me on my driving.
No, it's not. It's not try or like. Don't make it seem like it's coming out of thin air. I like. I'm gonna be honest. When you told me that you was on I-95 and there was some accidents, I'm like,
you were worried.
Oh Lord.
I felt like it because
the last type of karma I wanted on me is that you got into another accident coming to do this show. Like who taught you to drive?
What you mean? My baby daddy.
Oh.
He was the one who actually let me get behind the wheel of a car.
He didn't teach you too much though.
No.
Just enough how to get around town.
Just turn it on and
And you took those lessons and say I don't need to learn no more.
So what about driving that you just don't understand?
Yo, what you mean? You got so much to focus on. You're not only driving for yourself, you're driving for other people. You got to make sure.
Yeah.
That shit is hard as fuck. That's like math. Like, what you mean?
I think being a defensive driver is very easy.
Who?
Just looking ahead while you're driving. Just making sure like you're not focused on the car in front of you.
And I got a heavy foot. That also doesn't help.
Okay. So lighten up the foot.
So that's the real reason.
Lighten up the foot.
Easier said than done.
What percent of the accident is your fault?
Of my car accident? Oh no, baby. They gave me the whole thing.
No, but I'm saying like you would say like what percentage of it is your fault?
It wasn't my fucking fault
None
at
of
all. No.
So every accident you got into.
I ain't gonna lie. I done heard about you.
Okay, no. I only got into one accident for real, and they said it was my fault because this is kind of embarrassing, but I took my car to the dealership like the week before, and they told me my brakes needed to get changed and something else. So I changed the something else, and then a week later, my brakes gave out on me in the car accident.
Okay. So your brakes gave out.
Yeah.
So, question: was your brakes making that sound like that sound?
Didn't I tell you guys I drive with my music up?
Just to avoid the sound of the brakes.
I don't know what the fuck my car sound like, but
like as soon as you get into the car, like you just turn the music all the way up.
literally, me and my son love to listen to the music loud.
Don't put your son in it. Don't do that.
Josiah is my twin. Literally, he listens to his music full blast. If I turn it down for whatever reason, he'll be like, "Mommy, why you turn the music off? Stop."
Baby, I'm trying to make sure that the car is okay for a few seconds.
Listen, that car accident was bad, and I'm just happy to be here because I hit my head so hard I thought my son was still in the car, and he wasn't. I was in that ambulance bugging out. They were like, "There's no child in the car." I was like, "What do you mean? He's in there." And they were like, "Her windows aren't broken, so nobody flew out." It was so bad.
I know driving instructors are kind of expensive. I mean, I'm sure you can Google something that's like cost effective.
Just go to like.
I have a license that I took the test for.
Yeah, I mean it's Florida. That's not saying that. It's Florida. It's not saying that.
Whatever.
I'm just saying. It's too many jokes about it. Too many jokes about it.
Yeah, especially with JR from Twitter. He is my biggest enemy at this point with this driving stuff.
Give him a lot of ammunition. But okay, I mean, she got a buck. Got a buck. So what's next for you? You saying that you want to get back into the cosmetics?
You need to get a driving book.
But leave it alone, bro.
I'm sorry.
Come on, bro.
Acting real oppish.
She gonna work through it.
Yeah,
I hope.
Hopefully.
What you got the cosmetics coming up?
Mm-hmm.
Finishing the book. Anything else? Because it feels like you like getting like really artistic with stuff. So anything else like you haven't started yet, but that you want to do or you're interested in?
This I wanted to start. Like, I know my goal for this year was to get on more podcasts and like, just get myself out there. I consider myself a brand because I'm funny as hell. And I do want to get out there, like, and start doing more shows and interviews and stuff. And, just hopefully use that as an advantage and, come across people that could possibly teach me things that will help me get out there. Like, I really do like it. Like, I know Monday I'm going to go talk. Oh, I thought tomorrow was Monday. Monday I'm going to go talk to the juveniles at the detention center.
Also, beyond scared straight type stuff.
Not necessarily like that, but
yeah, you ain't gonna be yelling in their face and that like that.
But yes, I am gonna go talk to them about just
this is good.
Staying out of that.
How were you able to get into that? Is that something you had to go and seek, or somebody brought it to your attention?
Honestly, this is something I prayed about a couple weeks ago. Well, I think last year, really, like. And just something that's always been in the top of my head. And I was scrolling through Instagram and I seen somebody post it. Wow. That they have like a little foundation program thing. And they go talk to the youth every Monday at the juvenile detention center. So then I asked her, how do I sign up? She sent me the application. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I go on Monday as my first little go around. You
got like little notes you want to talk about? Or it's all coming from the heart?
Oh, I'm going to do that tomorrow. But I like speaking from the heart. I don't really like notes because I feel like when I'm writing the notes, I'm not going to remember what, like, I'm not, I don't feel like it's going to be complete. Like, I don't, yeah.
Got you.
So, yeah, I do want to talk to them from the heart and tell them, let this be the last time they end up in some shit like this. Because as an adult being in something like that, it really ruins you. Like, you know, if I get convicted of something, God forbid, I can't even get a loan.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely...
Trickle down effect.
Yeah. If I can talk to some young kids and tell them, like, this is not what you want to do. This is not where you want to be. Like, yeah. So that's definitely another thing that was on my list of things to do this year. And I'm starting Monday.
Dope. That's what's up. Before we wrap it up, I know, because, and I want to say also, anytime you want to come on, because you can come on, just let me know. We can have you back. I know it's going to be a lot to talk about, but you've been wanting to come on for a minute. It's been hard, you know, with scheduling to get you when we got you here. Anything you wanted to speak about before we head off? Anything on top of your?
My curls.
Yeah, on top of your curls. No?
I feel like I definitely talked about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My last couple podcast interviews were like my first one. I feel like I was still in that mindset of, you know, this little hood ratchet bitch from Broward.
Where you from? You from Broward?
I was really born in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm. But I grew up in Lauderdale.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was still on that mindset, you know, still thinking, you know, I'll still slap a bitch down. Like, no, not on that shit.
She still
no
would.
I would if I need to, but
yeah.
Will I do it just cause, like how I used to? No.
Gotcha.
But that's it, you know, just, I know the pandemic mentally took a toll on a lot of people. Like, I'm noticing it more now that I'm in a better place. I'm noticing a lot of other people that aren't. So I definitely do want people to go and get the help that they feel like they need. There's so many hotlines where you can talk to people for free, or you can purchase sessions with a therapist.
That's another thing I wanted to talk to you about. You saying like the pandemic, on top of everything you had going on, kind of also weighed down on you. So you're not the type to like, at least not stay at home constantly yet, or at least was it that you, not that you had to stay home, but the choice wasn't in your hands. If you get what I mean, like, so like, do you like staying home, or like you more like the type to want to go out, or?
When the pandemic first started, is when I first caught my case. So everything was kind of closed. I didn't really have anything to do. Mm-hmm. Nobody was really doing anything. People were scared to, you know, come in contact. Mm-hmm. I definitely do feel like I like to go out. I like to have fun. You know, I don't like being in the house. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the pandemic took a toll on me because of that. Because there was nothing to do for like the first 7 months of the year. Like, there was literally nothing to do. Like, they started closing everything February 2020, March 2020. There was nothing to do. That was around the same time that I was going through my breakup. That was around the same time, like, I caught the charge. It was, like, too much shit happening at once. I was like, I hate, like, being in one place for so long. Like, and then it was just, my son's school was closed. I was stuck in the house with him. Like, I was about to bang my head on the wall, like, yo, I can't leave my house to take him to school, like, to do anything with him. Parks are closed. The mall is closed. What the fuck am I gonna do? Like, there was so many times where I almost killed myself, like, for real. So many times. Like, that pandemic really, really, really took a toll on me.
So, now getting out of that, getting off of house arrest, do you find yourself knowing how to entertain yourself more at home, or it's still like, I'm happy I'm past it, I can just leave when I want. I'm not even trying to stay home if I don't want to stay home. I
have my own place, so I definitely like being in my house. I pay all those bills by myself, so I'm going to enjoy
Talk your shit.
Every dollar.
Yes, ma'am.
But, yeah, I like being home. I definitely, there's always something to do at my house, like always. Like, I bought so much stuff that I was doing when I was stuck in the house that now that I'm allowed to leave, it's like I'm still doing stuff. Like, I got a bunch of paint. I don't even know how to paint. Like, what the hell? Like, on my lip gloss stuff, I still have, like, a lot of stuff. You know, I can get creative and, you know, just start coming out with colors now. It's a lot of stuff. I know. I like reading. I enjoy reading so much now. I don't know. That's a jail thing because I didn't like reading before. So, yeah, that's... you just gotta keep your mind busy.
Got you. And lastly, because we didn't touch on this. This is why you're gonna have to come back and touch more on it. What you scared for? What you scared for? We live in Broward. What does it take for a Broward guy to get Abby's attention?
Oh wow.
Right. Or the East, South Florida. Or you like, I don't fuck with Broward guys. Or...
No. I'm just now dating, so I'm noticing a lot of guys. I don't know, like, cause I'm into older men. So
How old are you?
25.
25.
I'll be 26 in
So
March.
how much older are we talking?
Huh?
How much older are we talking?
Like 30, 42, 35.
No, like 30, early 30s is the latest I'll go. 33, 34.
I was in the elementary school. It's not really that old.
No, it's not that old.
So like 26, 25, 27.
It wouldn't disqualify you.
Okay,
Age
okay.
doesn't bother me. As long as you're not younger than me, I don't really care.
Okay.
As long as you're not younger than me, and as long as you're not about to be on your deathbed, also. But you can't be too old.
That's the gap.
Yeah, that's a
One
big
hell of a
ass
gap.
gap.
Be alive and don't be younger than 25.
Pretty much, I like that.
That's the slogan.
It is.
Put that thing on a t-shirt. Be alive and don't be younger than 25.
Yep.
Okay then.
I don't know. Like, just understand. Like, I am a single mom. I'm all my son has.
Mm-hmm.
So even though I have like a good amount like of people supporting me, like if I tell people, listen, somebody asked me out on a date and I want to go, like I have so many friends that want me to get back out there because they feel like everything that I went through like sheltered me, and it did. Like I look at men so different now, like not in a bad way, because I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, the whole relationship shit was his fault, because nah, I could have done certain things better too. But for the men that are interested in me, because not to toot my own horn, but they out there.
Toot toot.
Understand that I am a mother first before anything. My son is my number one priority. Do not overwhelm me. I get overwhelmed like a lot by men just because they always want to be in my face. If we're just now starting to get to know each other, like give me some time to miss you. Give me some time to think about you. Don't be in my fucking face trying to see me every day, because I'm gonna block you. And then you'll never see me or hear from me again.
That's tough.
It is, but it's the harsh reality of it. Like, you want to be interested in this woman who has all of this other stuff going on. You don't want to be in her face. Like, and if you do want to get to know me and you feel like, oh, my time is too, like, a lot. Because this happened to me recently. Like, this guy wanted to talk to me. I was giving him an opportunity, like a chance. What's up? Let's kick it. We went on a date. But I started to feel like he was being shady about the fact that I was a single mom. And the way I look at it is, I don't bring people around my son. Like, there's family members that do not even get to be around my baby. Like, I'm very overprotective of his energy. But if you do want to kick it with me and get to know me, ask me, like, oh, you want to, take your son out for some ice cream or whatever the case is. Like, if I feel your energy, like, that would turn me on and attract me so much more.
Oh, you're saying, like, if you can't get away from your son at the moment,
yeah,
and if he really wants to spend time with you, then he could do something that includes
bring it up. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but just mention it to me. Yeah, make the effort. Let me know that, okay, he realizes that I'm doing this shit by myself, and, he wants to, I wouldn't say play stepdaddy or whatever, because I would never throw that title on somebody, but, let me know that you are aware and that you're not going to let that stop you. I feel like men are just so used to bum bitches and bitches that don't have nothing going on for themselves. I'm not her. Like, besides my son, I have a lot of other stuff I'm working on. A lot of stuff I'm doing, and I would much rather be doing something to benefit me than to be worrying about this man trying to take me to a restaurant. 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to like the food. So, yeah.
That's real. Rose said, hope y'all got the message for
yes.
whoever interested out there.
Before we end, what's one thing you didn't do in your last relationship that you're going to try to do in your new relationship with whatever Broward nigga that...
Oh, I like that question.
That's a good one. That was a good one.
I do. I like it.
You see, he not always with the bullshit, too.
I see.
He can get real deep sometimes.
I'm still going to get side small gloves, right?
Okay.
I don't know. I guess be more like attentive to like.
Damn, you was ignoring niggas?
No, His feelings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like he definitely was like going through some stuff with his like as a man that he just felt like I'm not gonna put him out there, but I do feel like he was going through some things in his head, and I was more so not focused on that. Like I don't know.
You know what?
Go ahead.
Damn. I feel like, and I guess you could put it on us as men, but it's like, can you really put it on us? I feel like a lot of females think that just because men don't show the emotions or may not care about certain stuff or react to certain stuff, I think they think we're made out of like freaking metal.
Steel. Yeah.
Steel. Like,
I do.
And I know like as a man, that's like how we're portrayed, but like you could tell a female, or we could be going through something and a female would notice and she'll just be like, you're not really bothered by that or whatever, or
that's how I was. And I do feel like, that I always say, and I tell anybody this, I always do feel like I could have done better in that relationship by at least listening to his feelings and listening to, that was my man. Like I had a ring on my finger. We was together for a long time. We lived together damn near the whole relationship.
He proposed?
Him, yeah. So to me, it was just like, I don't know, it just got to a point where I feel like
the bullshit. Like I said,
I realized,
deep.
I realized,
Yeah.
Anyways, I do just feel like I wish I would have just, not I wish, because I know that man is not for me.
Yeah.
That brother is not for me at all.
Okay.
But,
just so that's what you'll carry on to being more attentive.
Yeah. Just read the signs. I read the room. Like,
gotcha.
Know the signs. Like, I do feel like he was going through some stuff, and maybe he was too embarrassed to talk to me about it, because one time I did snap on him when he brought something up to me, and I was like, be a fucking man. Like, yeah so I felt that wasn't it. Yeah, man. Like, being the person that I am now, I was like, damn, I shouldn't have said that
before, because I know the light bulb went on his head. So before we switch off of that, I want to say, like, a woman saying that, like, the be a man thing, or you as a man, I feel like that's like so much behind that, because what do you mean?
Yo, let me tell you.
That's a crazy phrase to use to a guy.
I was gay. Like, I dated a girl for a while in high school. And his issue, my son's dad issue with me was that I wanted to be a man. He felt like I was too tomboyish. Like, I didn't know how to be a fucking lady. Yeah. So that was really my thing. When people laugh about that little phrase on Twitter, that was really my life for a long time. Yeah. That was probably one of the meanest things I've ever said to somebody.
No, I'm saying I don't think people understand, like, that's a crazy, like, because what we as men are still trying to figure out fully, like, how to be a man. You feel me? Like, we understand, like, most of us understand, like, the grassroots of it, but, like, for, like, a woman to say that to, like, what? You know better than me?
Yeah, like, I definitely used to hit him with that, be a fucking man.
But, okay, that's one of the things, like, you feel me, you realize. Yeah. But, let's get to him.
I thought I was engaged for.
Yeah, like I said, let me get to him.
I don't want to know. I just want to know this.
Okay, let me get to him, because I the light bulb, I know him.
Like 3.5 years.
Woo!
And after 3.5 years, you realize.
Nah, go ahead.
After 3.5 years, you realize he was not the man for you.
I mean, I don't think
he realized. I don't think it was that I realized he wasn't the man for me. I think
all the situations that happened.
It was like because he's the one, that started doing certain things. I just think it was like it was too much miscommunication. At one point, I just didn't care to hear him out or whatever the case was. And then, he started to find interest with everybody else and their mama. So that's what really caused that.
No. They're this philosopher, right?
Okay.
Very, very, very great philosopher. Way before us. He said, or she, I don't know what it was. He or she said, they think you should wait 10 years before you get married to somebody. Would you agree?
I wouldn't say 10, but I do feel like before you sign that dotted line, give it a couple years.
Like what, like 9.5?
No, maybe like 5 or 6. I don't feel like 10.
I would say like 10 years. Okay, like propose like 5 or 6 years.
Oh, to actually propose?
Like to get married.
To actually get married.
Like,
To actually get
married, yeah. Okay, yeah, I would say the full thing from the relationship, the engagement to the marriage. Yeah,
about 10 years.
yeah, I agree.
I like. She's smart.
I do. Because you don't see a person's true colors the first 2-3 years. You don't, realistically. You don't. Like, you don't. No matter how much you feel like that person will not do you like that, because they haven't done it to you in the first 5 years, who's to say in that 6th year they're not gonna do you like that? You spent all this time, these last 5 years saying, oh, they would never. Year 6 come around and the whole 365 days, they did it.
Meanwhile, that year 6, they had something that went on in their childhood or as a teen or whatever they never told you about. And now they acting totally different towards you because now some of that past trauma is coming up. But yeah, you didn't know. Like, it's hard to say you've seen every side of a person if you, like, don't know majority about a person. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's how, like, that different side is able to come out. So, yeah, that's why that great philosopher, probably named Mega, said that you got to wait 10 years.
His name was Megan? Look at God.
Shut up. He said it. He said it. But yeah, okay.
Oh, you're the philosopher?
Yeah, he the philosopher. And he's strict with it too. Not no 9 years and 364 days and 10 years.
Say that, right?
10 years.
I feel like you could be with somebody, but like it could be like a season they go through that just totally changed them. And like you may be like, you know what, I don't want to move forward with this person. But if you was with them long enough to like, okay, good time, bad time, okay times, horrible times, 10 years, that's gonna happen.
10 years is enough time to get to know everything.
Yeah, he'll propose within the
I'll
10.
let you know, like, all right.
Like, because to me, all a proposal is a promise to get married. Like, I'm stamping it that I want you to be my wife, not just saying it. So he'll propose. But
okay.
You get married.
Philosopher, great guy.
Shut up. But yeah, Abby, it was nice having you. Great conversation.
No, this was nice. You guys were a vibe.
Appreciate it. I mean, that's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you want to shout out like your social media, anything before we get out of here, anything like that?
Yeah, sure. My new Twitter, which is new but not so new. KWEEN_Aries. Instagram, Abby is cool with 3 O's. Yeah, that's about it.
And she got a book coming. She got cosmetic line coming through. So y'all pay attention to her. Get in with her social media and everything.
Big things.
She got things popping. Make anything you want to add off before you know?
I'll do 9.5 years.
9.5? Compromise. Man of the people. And make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for joining us. And if nothing else, it's Carter Can Make It a Boy. We out.
You dig?
Yes, sir.
Later.